Usually, the goalkeeper in football and hockey is called a stop shopper, but the man with me is not a shot stopper. For me, he's the showstopper. That's a term I've used from fashion shows. It's the person who comes as the grand finale because that's what he has been to Indian hockey, a showstopper, also known as the wall of Indian hockey. Pleasure to be talking to PR Sreejesh. Firstly, this name has always fascinated me. I cover both cricket and hockey. For me, it is you as well as Rahul Dravid. Have you ever had this conversation? Have you met him? Have you had this conversation?
Yes. I met him twice. Once we were traveling to New Zealand, and so that same time the junior cricket team were there. They were playing the Junior World Cup. So one day the entire team came to watch our match, and Rahul Dravid Bhai was there, and he said, "No, I just took them to watch the other game so that they distract themselves from the World Cup, so that the next time when they go back, they will get a better, a focus on their game." So we met, we chit chat, and the second time I met him in Mumbai. So during a breakfast time, he was there. He was with the junior team that time also. So I said, I'm Sreejesh Pierre, you remember me, I met you that time. So he said, yes. Then we had just some casual talk, but never got an opportunity to sit together, having a cup of coffee, discussing no, never happened at that, but still, I'm so blessed that I met him.
Yeah, you share that same name. He was in Paris, by the way.
Yes.
He watched one of your matches. I met him there. And I don't know if you know, he was a very keen hockey player during his school days. He plays for St. Joseph's in Bangalore.
Yes.
He used to be part of the school hockey team. In fact, I read that he had a choice to go to hockey or cricket, and he chose. So, and also Bangalore has this culture, hockey.
For sure.
So he played that. Maybe in the future you'll get time. Maybe
for sure.
Chat to him. Now, it's very awkward for me to call you a former hockey player because I have always covered your career while you were playing. But I want to know from you, when you're at your home, I don't know whether your hockey goalkeeper's kit is lying or the hockey stick is lying. Does it call to you? Does it say, come on, wear me in the house? No.
See, I don't know. I may be a different breed. Everyone says that, Sri, what do you feel? Hey, how you are coping up? I said, I'm enjoying. I'm done. Actually, I don't feel like wearing the pads now.
Oh.
No, it's not a negative way. What I'm saying is like, once I'm done, is like that's from heart it came. It's like I'm done. Thank you. So if somebody says that, okay, just wear it for fun, I said, no, I wore it after 3 times, the 3 for shoots. But still I feel like, no, that's not fun anymore. So because I think I played that game for 24 years for sure, and 24 years regularly I was wearing these gears, and now when I see it like, okay, I enjoyed my time, now it's the next journey, it's coaching, okay, I'm enjoying that. But sometimes when you sit with your family, when you talk about, then sometimes it comes into your mind that, okay, somewhere I'm missing it.
You talk about being a coach with the junior team. You did very well recently with that team. I want to know, how are the present juniors compared to when you were a junior? Are they similar? Are they different? When you see them, you're like, "Arey, hamare time mein we used to be like," something like that comes to you.
No, the mentality is almost similar because the junior players are always insecure because they wanted to perform, they want to get into the senior team, their dreams are bigger. So they are always in a confused stage. So I mean, even now this generation also same, but the technology changed a lot for them. Before us, I mean, when I was a junior, I mean, this GB, YouTube, it's not there, internet, you never use this internet. But now, if they do have any doubt, they can go to Google, they can go to YouTube, they can check it, they can clarify, they can get more ideas about hockey, their individual skills. So they do have technology to educate themselves or improve themselves. We missed that in our time, but somewhere that is also good because we always stick with our coach's idea. So, but insecurity ways, they are all similar way, and talent wise, definitely nowadays the generations are more talented than us, I believe. They are skillful. Because of these technologies, for sure, because they do get enough time to experiment a lot of things.
Maybe it's evolution.
Yes,
as
exactly.
well.
Yes.
Like the 100-meter time gets getting reduced.
Yeah, exactly, the same way.
So I think the same thing. One thing that I always wanted to ask you, and I've interviewed you many times, but not at leisure like this. How did a man from Kerala get into hockey? Because I know that, like football, hockey also has its pocket. I mentioned there's a pocket in Bombay, there's a pocket in Bangalore, there's Punjab, there's Jharkhand, Odisha. All the Kerala is a state I associate with good runners,
Yes.
with good volleyball players, good
Footballers.
football players. How did hockey come about?
See, when I started hockey, my dream was like really short. To get a grace mark in my 10th class, to get a grace mark in my 12th class, to get an admission to an LNCP, that's for BPEd, from their MPEd, to get a job in the Dubai or any other countries. That's it. So that was the main basic target. So I never
So
thought
typical Malayali's dream, he has to be there in Dubai.
yeah, I'm somewhere to just go abroad to work. So that was the main plan. There was nothing like, okay, to get into the national team, to get into the Olympics team, to win Olympics medal. No, that was not at all a dream. And when I start to play hockey, then small target came up. It was like when coach said, okay, if you play for the Kerala team, you get grace mark. That was the first target. When I played that, then they said, Sri, if you played the Indian team, you get 120 marks. Oh, then that was the second target. Then when I started to play at the international level, then my friend said, if you play like this, you get job. Okay, then automatically the job becomes. So the BPEd becomes secondary thing because you need to study for 5 years, then you go abroad, then you work. Here, practice harder, you get job. And within 2 years, I got job. So when I turned 18, I got job. Then my company said, if you play better, if you continue to play like this, we give you promotion. So promotion was a temptation to work harder. And when I played for a certain age, then teammates say that, okay, if you play like this, you can go for Olympics. Then Olympics become a target. Then the small targets gave me a big journey. It's not.
So it wasn't like sometimes I speak to a cricketer saying, I wanted to win the World Cup for India. That wasn't your case.
Never.
No.
See, if you sit here and say that, okay, I want to win World Cup, you
It's too
only
far.
see the struggles. You only see the hurdles. You never see a path. But if you take the small step journey, then it's really easy I felt it is always easy. I'll tell you an example of 2021. So the Tokyo Olympics, so individually I planned myself to get retired after 2020 Tokyo. That was my end, my plan for my family and everyone. So due to Corona, it's postponed to 2021. Then I said, okay, it's good, 2021. Then what happened? Greedy mind, sports person. 21 was the Olympic Games, and 2022 we got Asian Games and Commonwealth. Then I said, only one year. Okay, I play that. Then I retire. Again, this COVID issue in China, what they done is that they postponed the Asian Games to 2023. So in the age, I was like around 33, 34. So I was not in a stage where I can take 4 years of target. If I say, so, okay, Olympics to Olympics, it was really tough. Then I said, okay, 1 year. That's why. So 21 to 22, my target was Asian Games and Commonwealth. So Asian Games got postponed for 1 more year. So in 22, I played Commonwealth Games. Then I gave target for 1 year to Asian Games. So 23, I played Asian Games. Then that was hardly 9 months time for 24 Olympics. Then I said, okay, I will play that. Okay. Otherwise, I would have retired in 2020.
Thank God you didn't. Thank God you didn't. But I'm going back to that. So I understood that the reason you took to hockey is because you had small targets, you just wanted a job, just a future for yourself. But you could have got that with any sport, like typical sports in Kerala. Yeah. You could have probably been a volleyball player, I don't know, athlete. But how did hockey come about?
See, so this when I started to do these sports in a professional way, I was like 11, 12. So I was a kid, literally small kid. So when I went to the football ground, almost 20 or 25 people from my same category, age group, were there to play that game. Basketball, same. Volleyball, I never played that game. So I was short, I was fat. So I don't know the basics. So whenever I met my team, classmates playing that, they already know the game. So it was quite easy for them to accept it or play it, because it was really new for me. So I never had that sportsman spirit that time. Work hard work to play better, every day train to become the best, to get into the team, to play for state team. I was like a small average kid who wanted the shortcut to get into the state team. So that's why I found it like hockey team. So football team is got around 18 players, 16 or 18 players. Same hockey team also. So 16, that time it was like 16. So I thought, okay, football anyways you are not going to make it in the team unless we try in the hockey, because hockey is not that famous in Kerala. I seen these all youngsters from my age group also started to learn the basics. I joined them because that was the easiest way for me to get into the state team. So a 12-year-old boy who was not matured enough to take sports as seriously, second things whose sportsman spirit was not high, took the easiest shortcut to get into the state team. That's why I become a hockey player.
I think that's an incredible insight. I'll tell you why, because there'll be so many kids right now playing some sport. They're not good at it. They leave it. But to get your insight saying I was probably not as good as the football players that turned up, and you found a different sport. Maybe it'll serve as an inspiration to a lot of kids who are trying to make it in sport. But the one interesting thing I find there is that because there was a chance for you to even get into a hockey team, because there used to be a hockey team.
Yes.
One thing I've noticed, and I travel around Delhi. DU used to have a big culture of hockey teams. There are no hockey teams in Delhi University anymore, in any college. You go for a sports quota because you wanted a sports quota. So there are trials for basketball, trials for cricket. There's no trial in hockey in DU. I go to schools, my kids study in school. There's every sport, there's no hockey. I grew up playing hockey in my school. Yes. It was like every other sport. Do you find this a bit surprising that hockey slowly, steadily has gone out from, it is there, it's still being played in pocket, but like it was a game that was played in every school when I was growing up. No, it's not happening now.
I'm missing it, seriously. I mean, the school is the place where you grow the game, you develop the game. And because you see how many kids are, in the schools, more than lakhs, right? 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, crores, kids are there in the schools. You need to introduce every kids to every sports. You should not stay with one sport, not with hockey. You play, let them play cricket, let them play football, let them play hockey, let them play kho-kho, let them play handball, let them play all the sports. Because if you send 1 lakh kids behind one sport, how many are going to make it to the team? Only 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's it. Then what the rest of them do? So if in 1 lakh, 5 or 100 people got into cricket, or 100 people get into football, 100 people get into hockey, then from that you can develop another 10 or 15 different sports team.
So why do you think it's happened with hockey, that it's gone? See, I give an example of basketball. It's not that we have a rich tradition in basketball, but every school has a basketball team. Why is it that hockey has gone out of the imagination of people?
Easiest way, no? You just get a ground, one ball, everyone can play football. You just get one basketball ground, you construct it, one ball, everyone can play, basketball. But hockey, it's really quite expensive. Everyone need hockey sticks, everyone need, goalkeepers need goalkeeper equipments. Then you need a specialized coach. Even if you go, you can tell people that, okay, just basket it. So it's not an easy game, but still you can tell that, okay, put the basket into that, a ball into that basket. But in hockey, it's totally different, because you need to teach them the basics. And it's an injury prone game. It's a physical contacting game. So automatically parents also doesn't want to send their kids into any trouble. And even nowadays teachers also doesn't want to take any chance, because before teachers can take decisions on kids, but now the laws and all against them, so they can't force the kids to play anything. So maybe a lot of drawbacks it's happening behind, but still I believe that a lot of youngsters are interested to hockey. They are coming up in, even especially in Kerala, there are a lot of schools started hockey. So that was like new inspiration for me. After 2021 Tokyo, I got to know that kids started to play hockey with PVC pipe.
Wow.
Because they couldn't find hockey stick in the sport shop, they bought PVC pipe and made hockey, and they played hockey with that. So I got surprised. In my place it is happening, then in other cities it's going to get better. But yeah, some places I think it's going behind.
You're the reason why they are taking out the pipe and playing. Now I want to go back into goalkeeping as such. How did that happen for you? Why goalkeeping? Because it's so tough. I go to a football camp. I sometimes teach kids football. The toughest thing is to find someone to be a goalkeeper. Everyone wants to be a player. How did you, out of all of that, say, no, I'll be the guy who will stand at the goal?
So, jump into the previous answer. I was like short, fat. That means I'm not physically fit, endurance wise. Okay, so I done all the tests. That's how I got into this. Hostel, but physically I'm not fit to become a player. So it was really tough for me to bend and do the dribbling, learning all the basics. So what I got, I mean, what struck me on a hockey field is like goalkeepers. They always stay in a corner, that is also in a shade. They just kick the ball. There is no physical effort. Only thing they need to do is they need to yell. They need to yell, say, do that, that's it. So, I mean, again, 12-year-old kid who wanted to get into the team in the shortcut way. So this is the easiest way.
Ah, that's fascinating. I mean, one thing led to another, you becoming the keeper. But he's being very generous, saying that, goalkeeper has the easiest job. You ask me, in hockey specifically, it's the toughest job because that ball coming at you at 200 km per hour, believe you me, you don't want to be the guy who does that.
No, you're mistaken. So my first fascination was that. Then I realized I made a mistake. By the time it was too late for me to rectify it. That's it. So when I thought it is really easy, I said, Coach, when he asked, okay, Coach, I will become the goalkeeper. Then he said, okay, it's good. I just doing it. Then from the second or third day when I started to get hit, no other words. I can't say that, Coach, I don't want to become a goalkeeper. I was scared of that. Then I started to get hit. I hurt. I mean, definitely it's hurt. No choice. Then I felt like, okay, I made a wrong decision. Then there is nothing else you can do. Just save the balls. Then I started to get into that sportsman spirit mode. Then I realized, okay, now I can do it.
Yeah, just for people who don't know, again, you can give that, sometimes we talk about a cricket batter facing 150 km. Here the thing is that there is still 22 yards. Sometime here the ball comes at a much shorter distance, especially penalty corners. You have no space at all. In the crowd, I hear the ball hit the board with that noise. You know how powerfully it's come. I want to know from you, do you even see the ball in that much space? How does it work?
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes after saving the ball only you realize that you saved it. Because that quick it was. It's like that. Sometimes I done it, okay, saved it, okay, next goal. Because that's how you train. Every day you train, you save almost 300 balls. Some days you save 500 balls. So that repetition helps you to do that. You say this is muscle memory. So the eye see it, your hand save it. Your brain is not coming in between. You see it, you save it, then you realize that, okay, I saved it.
Instincts.
Yeah, it's
muscle memory.
Yes, memory. So it's a habit. So you are saving it. So you can't compare it with cricket because cricket, every time you know that the ball is coming towards the stump. So I got a hockey goal post which is like 4 yard, width, and so it's almost is like they can score anywhere. I can't predict that they're going to hit on the right side. I can't predict that they're going to hit on my left side. So it's all about you're watching the ball, you're seeing it, and you're saving it. So it's something different, and people can deflect the ball.
Yeah.
So it is totally
from just
tricky.
5 yards away.
Yes, from anywhere they can deflect the ball. So it's your training what makes you makes you capable to save that balls.
I know that you have to wear that kit because if you don't, you can break a bone. You can, your eye can be damaged. Anything can happen.
Even after wearing that, you will break your bones.
I want to know that that even with that kit, when you see that ball hit you, it hurts, and how badly does it?
It's really bad. So see, this is a fracture. Both the toes are fractured. Okay, when you get hit, these pads prevent. The leg guard and kickers are stronger. Your helmet is strong. Your gloves are strong. But after in certain time, it's get weak for sure. But these areas are all you get the impact. So sometimes when somebody hit from this short 10-meter gap or 5-meter gap, they hit it. That's impact. There won't be any bruise. But it happens. Then the physio come, they will push. Okay, then go next. So it happens. If the ball hits the balls, it's
you can't breathe.
You stuck. Your reaction is like that. You hold your breath like, okay, what do I do now? Then he says, okay, jump on your heels, just go for a jog. So that's what happens.
If somebody pays me $10 million and says you have to save Sohail Abbas or a Taki Takema, I remember, I would not do it. No matter how much money. I don't know whether you ever faced
No, I faced
Sohail Abbas.
So we played in Premier Hockey League. first edition of Premier Hockey, which happens in Hyderabad. So he was in my team. We were warming up. So what happened is I was the second junior most goalkeeper, so he used to flick on me. And he came, he flick on right top, right down, left top, left down, center between my legs, over my head. So पीछे से someone came and he said, "Bhai, please save at least one ball." I said, "Did you saw that ball?" I didn't see it. Oh. I said, "Wow, that's it." Because that fast you do. I mean, these guys were like insane. You can't imagine how fast the ball comes. Yeah. But that's all things helped me to become a better goalkeeper, seriously. These all bad comments or the initial experience with Shoaib Abbas, all these big people, I think it's helped me to realize or understand what is international hockey is in the top level, from the base level. I mean, 2005, I was like 17, 18. So I was like, okay, done. I'm good enough. I will work hard. So that's give me a benchmark where I need to reach and how hard I need to work.
I'm digressing a bit. I'll come back because you talk about, I've seen these players from sitting outside and I could not see the ball. You're there, even much closer.
Yeah.
But on that subject, because you're talking about Shoaib Abbas, have you ever thought about the decline in Pakistan hockey? And I'm saying as a fan because I used to love the India-Pakistan contest.
Yes,
I grew up watching that.
Yes.
But now there's a big gap that we see. So overall, where do you think Pakistan hockey is gone?
No, I think they do have a lot of internal issues. They tried to get Roland Ottman into that system. They tried this, a couple of others, foreign coaches into the system. But the internal politics, when the politics rule the game, then it's going to be really disaster. But definitely, I mean, as an Indian, it's quite hard. Or it's a rotating match for me to play against Pakistan. For you as a viewer, it's really interesting. But being a player, bit tricky. It's not about Australia. It's not about Holland. I mean, playing Pakistan, it's a tough match. Over to that, it's an emotional match. Over to that, it's a pride match. Over to that, it's all about people want us to win. Even if you play against Australia, people doesn't bother whether you are winning or losing. They are happy to see that match. But here in this match, everyone expecting you to win. So that is like a stamp. That is a pressure on you. So that's somewhere affecting all the players to prepare for that match. But that thing we are missing now. In the last Asian Games, I think that was one of the easiest match which I played against Pakistan. Yeah. Because they are not reaching up to that level. Somewhere it's bad for Asian hockey because in the level of hockey, I mean, I know the level of hockey, it's going down for Pakistan is really bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm now India's competition with South Korea. Even Japan is rising. You got Malaysia always in and out. Yeah. But just going to the Indian hockey and the rise that it has seen, there used to be that talk that ever since AstroTurf came, hockey is going to go down. It did go down, but now 2 back-to-back Olympics, we've won a medal. What really changed in Indian hockey with this perception that AstroTurf can't help? So what is it that Indian hockey did in the last 10 years that has really helped you win 2 back-to-back medals? Because now you are in the top tier of world hockey. What do you think happened?
So I'll take back to 16 years. So it's almost 2008 when we got our first.
We didn't qualify.
Yeah.
For that
so after that, we got a new foreign coach, Jose Brasa. So he came. He introduced us the European style of hockey. He taught us all the basics, how to hold the ball, how to pass the ball. He introduced the new system, the latest hockey to Indian hockey. Then from there, the race started. So in 2010, we were pretty good. We played Commonwealth finals, we played Asian Games, we won bronze medal. Then 11, we won Asian Champions Trophy. Then back in 2012, again, you know that London Olympics was a disaster.
Yes.
But after that, the team started to believe, the core group. So before there used to be a system like if you are not performing, you are out from the team, someone else will take your place and score. But when the foreign coaches started to come, they introduced a system where like a core group. So 40 members, if you make a core group, they will continue with their core group for 1 or 2 years. So everyone get an international exposure. Then that time period will help you to become a mature player. And that system continued with all these foreign coaches. Even now, we Indian coaches also started to follow that. And after that, this Pro League, after the Hockey India League came. So Hockey India League helped, I'll take my example, me to improve a lot. I shared my team changing room with a lot of great players, world's best players. I mean, I learned that how they behave in a meeting. I learned from that how they prepare for a match. I learned that how they talk in between a game or in between a team meeting. I learned that how they motivate players. I learned that how they, I mean, I know after if anything goes wrong, how they talk in the dressing room after losing a match. So these all things helped me. And over to that, we all sharing the same changing room. So when I met him next time in a different color jersey, like if I say an example of Jamie Doyle, me and him played in the same team. So next time when I met him in the Australian team, I feel like I saved his ball. I can.
Right.
See, I trained with him, so that made that gap shorter in between me and him. Then I started to save against them. Then that gives me confidence. Then I started to face any team with a confidence mindset up. So then after that, this Pro League started. Pro Leagues ensure that we are playing 16 international top level matches. So this international exposure, what we got through this Hockey Day League, through this Pro League, it helped us to become one of the best in the world. Before in 2006, 2008 and all, we hardly play 1 or 2 test matches against Australia or 1 tournament against Australia, which is not sufficient. But now we are getting more exposure. That is why we are on the top 5.
The one other thing that I've noticed over the years in Indian hockey, like in terms of fitness level, I don't see now the Indian team any inferior, because when I see the pace of the game, it's almost same. In fact, dare I say, in Paris just now, some games I felt that the Indian team had more pace running. Is it because one, you worked, like I remember Sardar Singh could compete with any European at the peak of his, one is because those, apart from the style of hockey, did you imbibe the fitness culture also? And secondly, did this rolling substitution and how to utilize you, because I remember India would barely use rolling substitution, overseas teams would, but now I see same amount of substitution in India. These things have also made a difference.
So when the foreign coaches came, European coaches came, they introduced the game plus that culture also. So we are using the latest technology, the GPS ho gaya. I mean, I know the parameters to calculate how much, I mean, how much effort you put on the match, how many kilometers you ran, how much your, I mean, I know dehydration percentage. So now we do have things to calculate these all things. So it's helping them to recover faster, and these all things are helping us to how much effort we put in a match. So it's become a parameter for all the players. Second thing is that when they introduce the European style of hockey, it demands fitness. So Indian hockey is always about skillful, but European style of hockey demands fitness. Oh, when these European coaches came to India, they brought their own trainers as well, and their training system helping us to become stronger. And automatically, when your teammate is getting fitter, you also started to follow them. Then now, I mean, as you mentioned, in Paris, in Tokyo, we were one of the fittest team. So we are matching any European team in terms of their, strength or speed. We are equalizing them. So I think the game demands it, and we are delivering that.
Two things that come out of this. One, as you said, that the advantage that you had was the hockey league that you played, and the Pro League, which was started by FIH, you were playing. Now you've got the hockey league. For those of you who don't know, he's going to be part of the SG Pipers in the hockey league. It's making a return after a big gap. The one thing that I've noticed that you've had a few pullouts of overseas players right at the time. Many are saying it's the Christmas break. Some are not very excited to be there in Rahul Kela. What do you think? Will it impact the league, or do you think these are just teething issues? It will improve as the league goes into second season, third season.
No, I think it will not impact the league anyways, because the league is for Indian players. It's Hockey India League. It's not World Hockey League. It's Hockey India League. The league is for Indian players. Okay, do we invite foreign players to make this league more flavorable and to make it more glamorous, because all these big names are good for the league. But we as a franchisee, so we are with the SG Pipers, we give importance to the Indian players. We are giving them more priority, and definitely we want foreign players as well. So that's why I think in the overall league, if you see all the franchisees put more money into Indian players, that's for sure. And maybe as the drawback, what you said is like, it's a Christmas season. After an Olympics circle, majority of the players wanted to spend their time with their family, to spend this Christmas and New Year together. So maybe a couple of them took break from there. In my teams, 1 or 2 people, they will say that, okay, they got newborn baby, so it's quite hard for them to leave and come. some have some issues with the family background. So these are all the reasons what they gave. And somebody says it's only happening in Rourkela, but they are missing is that's the the biggest hockey stadium in the world, and they are missing out all. They are going to miss out around 25 to 30,000 people cheering for them. So, but I always believe that this league is going to benefit for everyone. It's Indian players are getting matured, foreign players are coming in, they are enjoying a break time here. They are financially they are getting a good deal. So yeah, some negativity will be there, but for the Indian players, I think this is the best opportunity to become a better player.
I'm going back to the point where I spoke to you about what really changed in Indian hockey, right? 2008 not qualified. I think you came about into the camp in 2006.
Yeah.
How was the culture different? Because I know that I covered hockey even at that time. You know, there were big names,
Yes.
big players, big egos. You going as a kid. How was the dressing room and the environment different from that sort of bunch to what you left when you retired?
See, when in 2000 era, it's almost like, as you said, the hierarchies. So there used to be seniors, there used to be the middleman, there used to be the juniors. So the hierarchy gives you commands, the other one that transfer to you, and you are the one is to follow it. You don't have a say in the team. Okay, you are part of the team, but still you consider as one of the junior most, and you are not. Even I am afraid to say something against them or to them or suggest them. But now in the 2024 Paris Olympics, even the junior most player do have a voice. We ask them what to do, what we are lacking. We do have a team meeting where they come out and they say. We do have groups like defenders, midfielders, forwards. They come up with, okay, defenders, we want it from you. Forwards comes and says, defenders, I want this from you. Midfielders, you should do like this. We together, we are going to do like that. So that things help the team to get into one gel. It's just like one dream, one team. That's kind of mentality. Second, when it comes to 2024 and 2012, the Olympic circle, what I'm talking about. 2012, I wanted to become an Olympian. 2012, my mind was to become an Olympian. But in 2024, every kid wanted to become an Olympic medalist. So the mind change is the reason why where we are. That is what changed in Indian hockey, the mind. That is the important part.
That's brilliantly put. That is brilliantly put. Talking about changes, how did you change as a person from, one young kid from a beautiful town in the outskirts of Kochi, staying with a lot of North Indian Punjabi boys. I've seen your picture also in the patka. You've become partly Punjabi, I'm guessing. Little bit.
See, you have to. If you are dealing with these people, you have to be one of them. But I think I was an open-minded person who was ready to accept any changes, And I never said that I know everything. All the coaches who came, who gave me some tips, I always tried to try it, just try to, not really applying it, but I used to try it. At least if it's good for me, I used to take it. I never said no to anybody. So that thing helped me to mold myself into a better goalkeeper every time. Because if you are not willing to change yourself, then that is the end of your career. Because once you feel like, okay, I know everything, my style is good, I'm not going to change anything, then the people start to keep on goal against you. So that's one thing which helped me to get a long, lengthy career. So prepare yourself to get into the change and change your game when you're on the peak. That's always help you to become a legendary player.
I want to know, did you end up learning more Punjabi words, or did you teach them a few Malayalam words, or?
No, I think it's easy for me to learn Punjabi than teaching them.
Did your fascination for some butter chicken increase, or did you introduce them to some nice Malabari cuisine as well?
No. See, the people are, when we are camping in Bangalore, everyone is fascinated toward dosa. So everyone love to eat dosa. But we do get aloo paratha also in the camp. So it's butter chicken is always part of our team, but we ask them to try dosa also, because you need to try something new to understand what you are eating and what all taste is there around the world.
Yeah, but I think it's a multicultural team, and I think that's one of the reasons for the success of the Indian team as well.
Yes.
It's a pleasure, Sreejesh, for you to take out time and talk to us at length about his career, about the journey of Indian hockey, and how a young boy, as I said, from Kochi became the showstopper, as I described it at the beginning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.